Welcome back to Chill and Thrill Reviews, where we dive into the dark, the disturbing, and the downright terrifying. If you're watching this, you probably love horror just as much as we do. This week, we will be taking a look at one of the horror classics, Scream. Scream, made in 1996, is a clever and thrilling slasher that reinvented horror. It centers on Sidney Prescott, a high school student whose town is terrorized by a masked killer, Ghostface. What sets Scream apart is its blend of suspense and dark humor, as characters knowingly reference classic horror movie tropes, all while being stalked themselves. As Ghostface picks off victims one by one, no one is safe, and the film keeps you guessing. Who's the killer? Who will survive? The shocking twist reveals not just one, but two killers in a finale full of tension and blood. Scream is both a love letter to horror fans and a fresh, terrifying mystery that will keep you hooked till the last scream.
I
Alright.
really fucking like that one.
That one was really good.
like that movie.
I like that movie a lot.
I can definitely see why the Scream franchise is regarded as like one of the what's the word I'm looking for? A staple in horror, because that was really good.
I enjoyed
Yeah,
that
it was
movie
really
a
good.
lot. I like that it was setting up for his father to be the killer, but you knew at a certain point that her boyfriend was the killer.
Yeah, but not only did they lead you on to believe the father was the killer, they did it with several different people. The principal, Randy from the video store, and then there was a few others that they just like slightly gave.
it could have been anybody. Even I even remember I thought the cop might be it at one point.
Yeah, Dewey.
I was
yeah.
like,
Dewey
I
and
was like,
Yeah.
Dewey and the sergeant, because the sergeant had the
Yeah.
boots. I remember you
he
mentioned
had the
the same
same
boots.
boot. Yeah. So
That was really good. The acting was really, really well done. The
Stu-
story was bouncing around all the time. Like, even when you thought you knew who it was, you couldn't tell.
if you put yourself
The two
in the
ki-
shoes of being like 1990s watching this, the way it calls back to the old movies and stuff, it makes it feel a lot more personal in a way. And like,
Oh,
if
yeah.
I was there in the theaters, it would be a hell of a fucking show. I can imagine.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm ready to get right into my rating.
Your rating,
I know
yeah.
exactly where I'm at. Yeah,
What are you thinking?
that's a 9 out of 10.
Damn.
For me, dude. That was a good
That's
movie.
kind of what I was thinking, too,
Wow.
an 8 or a 9. I could settle at a 9.
I like
That
that
was-
movie a lot.
I mean,
it was clean.
Here's the thing. I went into the film thinking... I went into the film with a negative mindset because I've watched some of the newer Screams and I wasn't that impressed with them. This one was way better. This is way better than the
The newer one.
I thought
with
it. Well,
Jennifer Ortega.
I didn't.
Yeah, and those are still okay, but this one was really, really well done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, the way I looked at it was, I thought that it was just gonna. I remember watching it when I was way younger, but I couldn't remember everything, and I just thought it was just gonna be a bunch of killing, but there was a lot more.
It makes you think about it.
meat-
That's the neat part about it.
There was meat. There was meat to that bone, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 9 out of 10. I'm sticking with that.
And then, so I took the horror film class. The big thing about this this movie, it was like the first slasher to introduce two killers. That's what was like the really cool thing about it. Is back in the
Yeah.
day, two killers
Ooh.
was unheard of. But if you go back and watch it, you can kind of understand why having two killers benefited both of them. It's
Oh, yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
And I loved their acting. The two killers' acting was so fucking fluid.
I'm not sure who the
Like-
other guy was, but Matthew Lillard, like everyone in our age,
Phenomenal
knows that.
actor.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I've seen him in, Scooby Doo, and then he's in the new Five Nights at Freddy's
Yeah,
movie,
that's right.
which we should watch that one
some
night.
As long as the viewers commented down below.
Yeah.
Yeah. Five Nights at Freddy's review. I will continue
Yeah.
to say it until we get it in the comments.
Just one
Ah.
person.
So Camden, where you at with your final rating? I got the 9 out of 10.
I would give it a 9 out of 10, yeah. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know what would make it a 10, though. I don't know. I don't want to give it a perfect
I feel
rating.
I feel like
but
10s are like only reserved for like things that you know it's gonna be a personal favorite to you. I don't know what else
Yeah.
there could be. Cause like it's not like anything I could critique in that movie. I think it was good. I can't remember anything that I recall that where I was like, damn, it took me out of the immersion. I don't know. What about you, Jake?
So for its time, I'd probably rate it a little higher, but I'm probably sitting at like an 8 out of 10. They hold the story well, but it's also just it's not that scary to me. It doesn't like really make me scared, but it does do a good job. You know, it's better than like an average horror movie and how it makes you
So
feel
I'm-
helpless and stuff.
I will say that I rated that based off of it being a slasher, not being
That
a,
is
like,
true.
overall
It kind of falls
terror.
into a different category, and for a slasher, it's one of the best, if not the best.
yeah.
Compare it
Yeah.
to Halloween or Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street, it might come out on top.
Yeah, I think it's better than Friday the 13th
yeah,
for sure.
I agree.
I like Friday the 13th, but it's cleaner than Friday the 13th.
Yeah. The few things that I like about the things that I took notes about is how self-reflective it is. It makes a lot of callbacks.
Oh yeah, let me look at my notes.
It makes so many callbacks to the classic horror movies like Friday the 13th. Did they do Texas
Yeah.
Chainsaw? I don't know if they did that.
Yeah.
They did.
Uh,
They said Leatherface at one
Yep.
point.
So, and
I-
they called back to all that stuff, and they were like purposefully being like they're making fun of the general stereotypes, saying it's
Oh.
like, oh, if you walk away, if you're gonna say you're coming right back, you're gonna die. And it's just pretty cool to see them play on that
So-
and then use the same stereotypes in their own movie. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. It was very good. Very well done.
So the only thing I wrote down was I liked the practical effects at the beginning.
They were
with the
very good.
Guy that was slashed open.
Mm-hmm. Those are
Like
very
the
good.
the meat chunks, bro. That was like cool.
Yeah. It's
I
cool
like
to see
that.
that, and well, they even did that when they were doing the slashing effects, like when the news reporter got his neck slashed. I'm pretty sure that was one practical
Oh.
effect. That was just a blood bag underneath his skin, and it was really cool to see that.
There was another scene I really enjoyed. Where she got stabbed in the lung and she couldn't scream out to her
Yeah,
mom.
that was insane.
I like that
the
a lot.
beginning. That was the first kill of the movie.
And I like the shot where it came in and it was like fucking flashed up on her hanging from the
Mhm.
tree.
Hmm.
That was cool. So yeah, 8, 9, 9. Cool.
You know, Drew
That was a good
Barrymore
movie.
at the time of this casting, she was a really popular.
She was extremely popular.
Super popular actress, and she was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be in the Scream movie, and it was even written onto the posters, and everyone thought that she was going to be the final girl of the Scream franchise, and then it turns out she dies in the first scene.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
It was really good.
We'll
It was
have
a
to
very
watch.
good
We'll
movie.
have to watch more of the Scream franchise eventually. I don't want to watch it like right away.
I'd like to see
But,
what the viewers
like,
have to
change it up.
suggest. I don't know. We'll see what they want.
Yeah.
Because last week we watched The Bone Woman. This week we watched Scream. If you guys want classics, we can watch more classics. If you guys want something a little bit more new, we can watch that too.
Yeah.
So
And I'll wear a different shirt next week.
next week you'll wear a different shirt. Good. Watch that.
Yeah.
There will be a different
I did
shirt
watch
every
it.
week of filming. We
Nah.
can guarantee you that. Different
No,
shirt every week.
I'm just gonna dye the shirt different
There you
colors.
go.
Just I come in with like a green fucking I just thought that this shirt
No,
had to be
I
worn
know,
for
I
the
know.
Scream.
Well, I saw it last
Yeah,
week. I was like,
that's
damn, we
very
should
good.
watch Scream, and then we watched Scream.
I know.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I guess if that's all,
So we're what?
thanks
Sitting at
for
a
watching.
Comments.
7.6 out of 10.
No, you're an 8.
Is
2 9.
that-
Oh
Is
no, I did vote an 8, didn't I? You guys voted 9.
yeah.
So
So
8.6.
Yeah.
yeah, we both voted 9. Yeah.
It's very good.
That's a very good movie. I definitely
Yeah.
would recommend that to anybody who I mean I guess anybody who's big into the horror genre probably has watched the original
Right.
Scream, but this was my first time watching it and it blew my expectations out of the water.
It's better
Like
than
I
the
said-
newer Screams, in my opinion.
In my opinion,
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Like I said, I only watched the first one like a long time ago. So,
Yeah.
and I don't think I've
It-
seen any.
it-
I haven't even seen the Jenna Ortega one.
The
So-
newer two.
That one was okay. Those it was okay.
If you go
This
back,
is not that review.
if you
though.
go back and watch, it's fun to watch it a second time because you can see how those two characters play together as the killer, the dual killers.
Yeah.
So if you watch it a second time, like keep that in mind and watch how they interact with one another because they kind of like throw it off of one another so that neither of them are exposed. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've watched it like 4 times.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
4 or 5.
That's very good. Well, I guess if that's it, like, comment, subscribe, comment in the comment section. Let us know what movies you'd want to watch, you'd want us to watch and review. And if you don't, somebody's gonna stab you when you're home alone.